The Voice of Hind Rajab is out in theaters, directed by Kauter Ben Hania, starring Saja Kilani, Motaz Malhis, and Amer Lehel. This was nominated for an Oscar for in the Best International Feature category as submission from Tunisia, but it is of course made by and about Palestinians. The film is pretty closely, and I'll talk more about that in a moment, based on a real story that happened in 2024. The Red Crescent Moon, which is the Palestinian humanitarian aid organization, receives a phone call saying that a family evacuating a Gaza neighborhood was attacked by the Israeli forces, and the sole survivor of the attack, a 6-year-old girl named Hind Rajab, is hiding in the car. They managed to get a hold of her on the phone and try to coordinate a rescue, but because of the red tape and procedures and rules, it's taking so much time that the girl's life hangs in the balance. Now, to address the realism thing, the thing about the movie that is simultaneously its biggest strength and also the aspect of it which might be viewed as exploitative and ghoulish is the fact that all the phone conversations used in the film are real. These are the actual recordings exactly as they happened, with the voices of people participating in them. Now, you can make an argument that this is in some way weird or unsettling or not right, especially the fact that the actors in the film are essentially performing a reaction, an imagined reaction to something very real and very disturbing. Isn't it abusing someone else's tragedy? On the other hand, you can say, well, given the subject matter, perhaps it's not a pretend reaction as much. Maybe, understandably, this makes their performance also a degree more real. Plus, Hind Rajab's mother was completely fine with the film. She was cooperating with the production 100%. So, what I will say for myself is that it is effective and it is horrifying, and it makes for one of the most shocking, depressing, soul-crushing viewing experiences I've ever had. Second only to, I think, 20 Days in Mariupol. You are watching someone's tragedy play out in real time. It is in many ways like a documentary. It completely puts you in the middle of the situation and makes you realize that the genocide perpetuated by the Israelis on the Palestinians is very much real and horrible and vile. It makes you feel angry and utterly helpless against the injustice. And it is also very successful at having the drama of the film be the conflict between wanting to just send the ambulance, which is 8 minutes away and could maybe save the girl's life really quickly, and the fact that without the red tape and procedure and proper coordination, the ambulance itself will be in danger, and you're just sending more people into a war zone to die. I also think there's some depressing meta commentary with the scene where they're trying to put the recordings of Hind Rajab online to garner sympathy and sort of get the public pressure to help with securing the safe route for the ambulance quicker. And the call operator breaks down, shouting that it's useless, that nobody cares, and these things will continue to happen every day. And now we see the movie being made about this, and yes, people like me go see it and get upset about it and talk about it, and yet nothing changes. The genocide continues. There's little hope. On the technical side of things, I think the film manages to balance the acting versus documentary balance impressively well. There's one sequence where the camera is showing someone recording with their phone, but and the main film camera shows you the actors in the background, but on the screen of the phone, it is actually an already made recording of the real day and the real people, and the camera sort of goes between focusing on the background and the foreground, so it's never both at the same time, and so as a result it's blended completely seamlessly with the rest. Look, it's an important film. It's, I think, very good, riveting and shocking at the same time. I think it's bold in its use of real material in a dramatized version of events, and does that to great effect. To me, it's a must-watch, especially if for some reason you're still unconvinced that what Israel is doing in Gaza is not mass murder.